All right. All right, guys, welcome to our team call for the Wildflower Tribe on Tuesday, November 1st. So crazy. So before we get started, let's do some recognition because I know we have some people to recognize this week. I have some people I can't officially recognize until Thursday, but I know Sarah does. And also I'm going to take another moment while we're recorded live and congratulate Katie again for being officially on our way to being Insanity certified because that is friggin' awesome. Woohoo! And then I just also too, even though it's not official, I'm gonna celebrate Nikki because she hit Success Club 6 her first month as a coach, and not even a month. It was like 2 weeks before the end of the month. She was like, I'm ready to go. I don't even know if it was that much. And then before you knew it, she was at her goal. So she's qualified for the first month of Success Starters to earn her trip to Summit. So 2 months to go, and then she's in New Orleans, and we'll see her there. So congratulations to you. That's so exciting. And then does anyone else have any recognition?
So I definitely want to give recognition to Kate. She may still jump on this call tonight. She said she was going to try to make it. But even though she's not here right now, she has just been rocking it. She's our newest Emerald coach. I have to post. I made a picture to post. I just haven't posted it in our group yet. But she's our newest Emerald coach. She's just been rocking it. Her goal this month is to now make her husband's account Emerald as well. She's like striving for Diamond, and she wants to get it like this month. It's pretty amazing. So I just want to give a huge kudos to Kate for her success that she's had so far, for her incredible goals, and just how determined she is. She was, struggling a little bit. She was getting a lot of maybes, a lot of no's, and then suddenly within like a couple days, she hit Success Club. I don't know, like
12. Yeah.
In a couple days. So yeah, just that perseverance. It's inspiring to me. So, and it's amazing because she's on my team. She's just this incredible person. If you haven't followed her journey yet, I highly recommend following it. So just want to give a kudos to Kate.
And I want to give another kudos too to Sarah Mack, who is like all in pushing for Diamond before the 14th of November. And guys, when I asked her if she wanted to, she was like, to get our team to leadership, right? And I asked her if she wanted to, and she's like, "Oh, 6 people, like, let's do this. We can make this happen." And she has Kate as an Emerald, and then she has control of her husband's account. So she's going for it. So we can all cheer her on. I'm like so excited. I offered to give her a blog and Kate a blog set up as a incentive. So I think that would be so cool. And I love doing that. If anyone else wants to be incentivized by a blog, I would love to design another blog. That's my jam. So anyways, that is going on. We're all pushing together for these big goals. And I just love the attitude, Sarah, that you've had this whole journey. And so congratulations to you for just being so full of love and spirit and dedication. Sorry, hold on one second, guys. Okay, let's not eat the pen. Okay, you ready? Okay. All right, so let's get started. I know we're kind of like behind a little bit here, but everyone's doing big things, and so all good things on the team. Not a bad reason to be running behind for sure. So tonight I wanted to talk about a little bit about what's going on with November, and then just dive in a little bit to talk about how to add to the network and then start conversations with those people in your network. Vicky's waving at you.
Hey, Nikki.
Hi, Ryan.
Hey.
So weird.
I know.
It's so cool who you come back in contact with. But anyways,
yeah.
So, for the month of November, and then we'll dive into adding to our network and how to get those conversations going and then turn those new people into customers. I want to first take a moment. I'm going to open up my calendar and just make sure so we're all on the same page here. So what's going on? Obviously, Core de Force launched today. So super exciting. Who's doing Core de Force for sure? Not sure. So we have 1, 2. Okay. All right. Katie, you better come around, woman. Carly has an excuse because she's midway through the program. You have no excuse. Anyways, called out. So here's the thing. Guys, the Core de Force is going to launch It launched today. This is a little bit confusing, so I just wanted to reinstate what's going on. But the Coach Coeur d'Force group with Team Drop the Cookie, our giant team, is starting on November the 7th, right? But our group that we're going to team up with Empowered Elite and run for our customers and coaches is starting on November 14th. So that choice is up to you when you want to start. For me personally, I'm taking a week off after the reset, so I will be starting with the customers on the 14th. So, if you do start on the 7th, there are advantages to that. You'll be able to share for the week leading up and hopefully get some more people on board, obviously, if you're starting sooner. But if you want to start on the 14th with your challengers, obviously you're more than welcome to do that too. And then our challenge group is going to start officially on the 21st. So that's our regular 30-day challenge group. And that prep week is going to start on the 14th. So lots of 14 running around. I felt like that was a little confusing, so I wanted to go through that again. So the prep week starting on the 14th, actual challenge group is starting on the 21st. I would make sure to, a lot of times on social media this month, really press the fact that we're going to be helping you through the holidays. It doesn't mean you won't be able to enjoy your turkey or your wine. We're going to help you with healthy meals. Maybe a great idea is to be posting healthy meals, maybe even trying some healthy sides that you can share with people. My goal is to really get a good menu for people for winter menu so that people feel really prepared going in, especially right now. Guys, this is the time where we really want to help our challengers see, we want to help our challengers see results all the time, but this is a hard time. If people are willing to commit right now, they're committing because they really want to feel good during the holidays, and it's our job to make that as easy as possible for them. So really think about, if you're doing a meal plan for yourself, write it down. My husband just started the 21-day fix today. So I'm going to write down all his stuff and be able to pass his meal plan along for that calorie bracket. Just don't do anything for nothing. That's been my philosophy for a long time, is if I'm going to do something, I'm going to record it and be able to use it again and pass it on and pass on what I've done, that work that I've done, so that someone else can benefit from it too. And then the coach training, the new coach training is going to start November the 7th. Does anyone so far have anyone that would be a new coach in the training or interested?
My sister.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll do it. And I think Becky might have
She already got somebody or something, one of her friends already signed up under her or something. So
under your account?
Under my sister's account. Yeah.
Wow. Good for you, woman.
Yeah, we'll see.
Woohoo! Okay, so yay. So we'll do that. We'll do the 7th. I have a girl that is supposed to sign up, but we'll see if she's had the sign up steps for a few days. So we'll see if that happens. And then we have a couple other people that I need to check with, I think, Becky's coaches. So we'll plan on doing the new coach training on November 7th. And we're also going to do an Emerald to Diamond push at the end on the 21st also. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So the 7th starts the new coach basics, and the 21st is going to start the Emerald to Diamond push. So if you're an Emerald, you can go on that training too. And then I'm going to do a free group if you guys want to join me. Really, my whole strategy here is throughout this reset, I've been thinking how crazy it is that sugar affects my energy levels, my focus, and my clarity so much. And a lot of times it's been, through Thanksgiving, we're eating all this shit. We feel like shit. Sorry, the kids. I know I'm good. I'm sorry. And then we end up really losing our energy, right? And so I think getting people to a place where they're feeling that energy again is going to lead them to a place where they're feeling inspired to do maybe a program. So I'm going to do a 5-day sugar detox and literally probably use menus or some ideas, not the exact menu from the reset, but the veggie fruit heavy thing with some lean protein, and just give them a menu for 5 days. Tell them that we're weaning out sugar, alcohol, coffee if they really want to, but they don't have to. And I'm going to start that on the 28th. And that goal there is to and you guys are more than welcome to add all your people or gang up or whatever. But I'm going to definitely use some of the stuff from the reset and concentrate on those strategies. Another interesting thing has just been how we don't have snacks. It's to let the digestive system have a break And so I'm going to probably use some of that too. It's just some of the things that I've learned through doing the reset to help people feel better after Thanksgiving, and then hopefully get going right there before Christmas to feel good at Christmas time. So that's it. That's the plan for November. A lot going on, obviously. I would also encourage you guys, I know I already have weekly calls set up with Sarah and Katie and Carly. We chatted about it, and Vanessa, who's not here right now. But if you guys don't have a weekly call set up with me, I would love to chat about your goals and strategizing. You guys have all put your whys and your goal. Oh my God, hold on. Could you see the pictures or no? It was kind of awkward. But I have all of your pictures up on the board, and I have all your whys, and I'm really want you guys to know that I'm here to help you reach your goals. And so I saw your goals. I'm not gonna lie to you, they're all big goals, which is friggin' awesome, but we have work to do, and that means connecting every week is a must. And I know for a lot of times, even when I was a new coach, I was like, oh, what is connecting really gonna do? But it's inspiring to talk with other people about this and to get motivated by this and to feel like you get different ideas. Maybe you like my ideas, maybe you don't, but you're going to get another idea that's thrown in your head while listening, and that it just boosts the overall morale and the creativity and the momentum. So weekly calls are so important. So let's set those up too if we haven't yet. I was going to post a link, but I haven't done it yet. Obviously, I need to change our cover photo also. So that's it for November so far. Does anyone have any questions about that or anything happening in November? I know that was a lot.
I just wanted to say for your 5-day no sugar group, I don't mind posting every day, like healthy idea for kids as well.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome, actually, because I've been talking a lot about that, like how people are like, oh, I have to make multiple meals and it's annoying. So I think that would be great. Maybe we could correlate like, oh, the like the broccoli you made, like that's for your, I don't know, something like that.
But I also, I do baking with no sugar, not fake sugar, not certain kinds of sugar, literally just fruit is my only sweetener. So I could do that as well. Because sometimes people tend to give their kids a lot of sugar, so.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I think that would be awesome, Sarah. So yeah, Christina just asked what day. It's 11/28, so I just wanted to do it right after Thanksgiving. So hopefully people will really feel a big shift. Okay, so then let's go ahead and dive into, if you don't have any more questions about that, let's dive into, wait, can I recognize one more person? Sorry, because Brandy just hopped on and she's freaking killing it. She has like 5 or 6 people already signed up, and she didn't even realize she was an Emerald. So we're strategizing to Diamond too, and gonna call, I don't know, we're supposed to, tomorrow, hopefully Brandy, we can work that out. But congratulations to you, you're killing it. Okay, so diving into networking, adding to your network. So here's what I do to add to my network and what's worked really well for me. Originally, it was all Facebook groups. I lived in the Facebook groups. I lived in the Bozeman Moms group. I lived in the Portland Moms group before. Sarah Mack knows I actually joined the Bozeman Moms group when I was actually thinking about moving before I even moved over. But I was gonna move either to Bozeman or Hawaii, and I was in Portland, Bozeman, and Hawaii. I don't know if you guys knew that weird fact about me. But so the Bozeman Mom groups, the dog groups, I know a lot of people have been mentioning lately in some of the Beyond Diamond groups that they're in a lot of groups for their dog, which I just started doing when I was obviously just got a puppy. Hiking groups is where I met Brandy, but that was kind of an off-the-cuff thing. To be honest with you, a lot of it has been in mom groups when I got started. There are even ways I want to start and say I was really confused about how to add to my network for a really long time, and I heard Dana keep saying this is where all my people are coming from, and I went actually to Florida. I had some conversations with her, and I was finally like, well, what are you doing in these groups? I don't get it. Are you posting? Are you doing this? What is your deal? And she's like, no, you don't have to stress about posting, or maybe every now and then post a recipe or post a question. And that was my jam. I just acted. I mean, I'm not acting. I have a crazy 2-year-old, almost 2-year-old. So I would just go in and say, what the hell? I'm going to lose my mind. My kid is crazy. What do you have any suggestions? Or I need help. My daughter's not sleeping through the night, or whatever it is, and asking these questions, or I don't know how to train my puppy, which was really real. Whatever it is, go into the groups and just be a participant. And the things that I did that and I think the big thing is this, it's you're building relationships, you're definitely making your name known. And so if people have a question and you know the answer, you're commenting on the question. If you can relate to someone's response, you're liking the response. It's really like going into the group and making yourself relevant, because when you're relevant, people are going to know who you are. They're going to recognize your name. But my bread and butter, honestly, in all of this was that I wasn't weird about who I was adding. And I know that sometimes people are weird about that, but I never was strange. Like, I would go in and comment on a post and then like immediately friend that person. Or even if I liked a comment that someone else wrote, and then I would like a comment and then comment below. And I knew that person was getting my notifications back to back. They got my notification that I liked, they got my notification that I wrote on a post that they did, and they got my friend request. So the chances are that they're going to accept me because they saw my name pop up 3 times. So that has really been useful for me and getting to grow my network outside of the people that I immediately knew. And like I said, that's the first step that I did, adding everyone. The next, from the groups, the next thing that I've been doing too is if you see those sponsored ads, or if you see like the sponsored ads are driven towards you. So remember, like if you see something for like a bracelet or whatever, I don't know why bracelet's the only thing I can think of right now, but if you see that, then they are marketing you for a reason. You're grouped in with a market of people that are similar to you in interest. So the chances are that those people are kind of similar to you. So you, again, go through, look at the profiles if you want to, like be a little bit pickier, you know, see who you can relate to by the looks of their cover photo and, you know, their profile picture, and then like their comment. That's my thing. I like the comment and then I send them the friend request immediately because they're going to relate the two. I'm sure not everyone is accepting me. That's totally fine. But people are accepting me also. And then the third thing, that the way I add friends is if you're scrolling through Facebook, and, you know, for a long time I was like anti-scroll, don't scroll ever. But this is the way you're really going to start seeing like who's coming up on your feed. Those people are probably looking at what you're doing too, or who is a potential coach that might be really great at this, or who is someone that might need our help. So every now and then, like set aside, like just give yourself a time limit, like 10 minutes, I'm going to look through. And if you see a picture that has a lot of traction, but there's a picture that you super like too, like a girl, you know, for me, like on the side of a lake, and there was this one this morning, like she was adventuring by the lake with like this really cool coffee cup in the mountains. And I was like, frick yeah, I love that picture. So I click on the picture and then I see all the people that liked the picture, and I look and see if we have friends in common. Usually I at least have to see like a couple friends in common, but sometimes not, I don't know. And then I friend request people that liked the picture. So those are the 3 ways that I add people. And then from there, if I'm adding from the mom groups, it's super easy. I can just send them a message and say, hey, so we're in the mom group together. I'm Kelly, I'm kind of new, or, you know, I'm always looking for new friends. I'm not kind of new anymore, but usually I say, always nice to meet new people. How old are your kids? Or, hey, I have a puppy. How are you training the puppy? My dog won't do XYZ. The other thing is, you can go to their wall. So like you're writing their names down. If you have this list, right, in the ad category, when they accept you. So then you have them down in a list. So then, you know, at some point in your day, you can go back through and go to these people's profiles. Or when you're wanting to start the conversation with them, go to their profiles, look at them, like some things, you know, and then send them a message that is something that you would have commented on their public wall. So like, you know, you could say, I really like your sweater, or like, where'd you get that XYZ, or, oh my gosh, cute costume. Like, instead of commenting it, actually send them the message, because that's just so much more personal and it gets the conversation going. And then from there, it's like your friends, it's natural. Like that's what you would do at a park. And like, that's what I think about. It's like, it's not like I'd be like, hi, I'm Kelly. What's your name? You know, like you would be like, oh, how old is your baby? Or like, what's your dog's name? Or whatever. Like it's super casual. So it feels more natural almost that way, is what I found. And people are really receptive to just starting the conversation with a note about their picture that they posted. They put it out there for a reason. So those are ways that I start contacts with people. The other way is, honestly, this has been working the absolute best. I know it sounds insane. I started doing this a while ago. It's kind of similar if you've ever heard the Haley Christian call to like what she does. But I literally will message people and just say, hey, I'm the awkward person that sent you a friend request that you don't know or something. I will actually read it to you. I send like, hey, I'm the awkward girl that sent you, random person that sent you a friend request. Loved your vibe. You seem like someone I get along with, like hashtag new friend or have a good weekend or something. And everyone responds. Like there is not one person that doesn't respond. They're like, oh my gosh, you made my day, or thanks so much. I like meeting new people too. Especially if you're doing the work behind the scenes to like check them out and make sure they look like someone that would be your friend, right? Like if they are, then they're going to be like, oh cool, this girl looks cool too. We're friends. So that's how I start the conversations. And then from there, you know, if I've said the new friend deal, which I have been doing actually every day to the people that accept me, then I can go back through and send them messages according to the pictures that I see. So I shared this on the last call with the new coach in the new coach training, but I make my list every day of people that like my stuff on social media from the day before. And then I put that into my tracker. That's my whole routine. But the first part of my list is I go into friends and I hit recently added and I write all those people down first and I send them the message. So when I'm looking, and if I keep seeing the same names pop up, those are the people that, you know I need to keep connecting with. Those are the people that I'm going to go to their Facebook wall and see, like, what can I send them a message about that's on their public wall and in private, like we talked about. So it makes it all flow really seamlessly, actually, if you're just keeping track of everything. If you know the people that are showing up on your wall, if you're going over to them and showing interest in them too, it's not going to be weird. Like I just invited like so many of my random friends to the challenge group today and have a ton of interest. And these are all people I just started the conversation like, hey, I'm the random girl that added you. You know, it seems awkward, but it's true. It's true. We were the random person that added them. And that way you can transition into where they are, what their goals are. A lot of times, because I've been so consistent on social media, it's been super easy because they're like, oh, hey girl, like, what's this day 15 about? Or like, what are you doing? Or how like, I really need to get motivated, or the holidays are such a hard time for me, or, you know, these are the things that come naturally because I'm sharing my journey. So I've taken the first move. I made the first move and I showed the initiative. And there's so many people out there that need our help. And it's so important in this business that we get outside of just bothering our friends and family. Like we get, you know, wrapped up in this, like this can get into our heads. Like, I don't have enough friends. But there's so many people out there that really need help and guidance that have no idea what it is that we offer. And think about this. I know you guys get people all the time that are like, oh, you know, like, I don't know, because it's something you're selling. But like, I get people all the time that are like, literally will say, I have no idea what the 21-day fix or Shakeology is. Like, those people are out there. And those are the people that really need our help because they don't even know what the option is. So if you're thinking too much like, oh, I'm afraid to be salesy, I'm afraid to be this, like, you have to remember too that people are looking for a solution. They want to feel good. They want to be healthy. They want to feel like they're empowered and confident, especially right now during the holidays. No one wants to go into the holidays feeling like crap. So that's what's been working really, really well for me as far as meeting new people in groups and even randomly on social media, starting the conversations, continuing them. Like, don't rush it. You know, part of this process is you're making the new friends, but then you're taking the time to get to know them. And I want to stress that too. Like, yes, I am making random friends, but then also I am asking them what they've been up to, what they have been doing, if they have any goals. And this all just needs to come up in conversation. And, you know, an easy way to do that too is just really stay connected to what they're posting. You'll find places like, oh, and you know, one of the girls I just invited had posted like day 4 at the gym. So I messaged her and was like, hey, you've been going to the gym. Cool. Like, do you have any goals? What are you working on? You know, don't be afraid to reach out to people based on what they're posting. I always like it so it's less awkward. It's like it popped up on my wall, like, and then I can comment on it. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys about adding to your network. I feel like a lot of times we make it a lot more complicated. I know I did. when I got started, and I sort of like felt weird about it. But really, I mean, we as coaches, we want to change lives. That's why we're here. We had either amazing results, or we are working towards amazing results. We have found community, we found happiness, we found confidence, whatever those things are the things you have to keep in the forefront of your mind. But you have to know that the only way you're going to be able to help people see and feel all the things that you feel are to get out there and get out of your own head and find the people that really need your help. And maybe those people are your friends that you have now, but maybe they're not. You know, so you have to touch all of these different lives to find the lives that you really can make an impact on. Does that make sense? And does anyone have any questions about that?
I was just wondering, do you add only women, or do you ever add men as well?
Every time I added a man, he was super creepy, so I don't do that anymore.
Fair enough.
Does anyone else have any questions?
You said you wait, an amount of time. How long do you usually wait before you like get the feel to ask them or invite them to something?
Honestly, I really feel it out. And I know this might sound kind of crazy, but I let social media really be a good guide for me. Like what I found is that if someone's carrying on small talk with me on social media and then continuing to like my posts about health and fitness related stuff, they're probably interested and just too afraid to ask, honestly. So if someone's liking my post for like, and it depends on, Carly, it really depends on when the group's coming up. But like, if I've seen the consistency with them liking my stuff and I've been kind of chatting with them and I also have a group coming up, then I'll invite them. I sort of just wait for like, a week or 2 week period that I've been chatting, and then the group's coming up, and that's my time, my opportunity. Like right now is like, I really push, and you maybe have heard Dana talk about this, but I push to get, and this is why the groups are set up where they are, like the second and third week of the month, because right now it's time to really buckle down and invite. So if you have you're keeping up with your social media and now it's like invite time, so you go through and who can I invite? Where do I need to follow up? Like this is the big push time for me. It's like the beginning of the month so I can get my challengers into the group. So if you're consistent with like making these friendships and building and reaching out, then all of it can kind of flow in together, and then you have that group to start together too. Does that make sense or kind of answer your question? But I would say like, I don't know, you don't want someone, and think about this too, like I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's too soon, but then also you miss a window. You can miss the window where they're like, you're not relevant anymore. I've kind of moved on from that. And I see it all the time. It's like, oh shoot, like that person was like all interested in me, and now I haven't seen them in a while. Like I've missed the opportunity to invite them. So I would say usually like 2 weeks, 1.5, 2 weeks is sort of like the sweet spot of like, they've been watching me, we've been having conversation, and then I can invite them.
I just wanted to speak to that as well, because I realized that I do send out invites on my warm market. So like my people that are already my like real in life friends. But someone messaged me the other day and she's like, you've inspired me so much. I really want to do the 21-day fix extreme. I don't want to do Shakeology, whatever, but I want to get the program and then I want to know about it. So I started messaging her back. And as I was messaging her back 2 minutes after she messaged me, she's like, okay, I just bought it on Amazon. And then I messaged her and I was like, return it on Amazon. And then she did and got it through me. But anyways, I was like, wow, I really should have reached out to her earlier. So it's just something that I also have to keep in mind, is to reach out to your warm market, because people really are following you. And sometimes, they just want it right away. And they may go to Amazon, because I didn't even know you could get it on Amazon. So.
And the other thing with that is too, Sarah, like really good point is, when people are in that mentality where they're like, I just want to feel good, like what you're posting is inspiring, what you're posting is motivating, like they're not necessarily even sold on what you have, what we have as Beachbody coaches. Like they just want a change. So who is to say they're not going to go do something else? Like a lot of people will message me and say, thanks so much for inspiring me. I just joined the gym. And I'm like, You know, like that is something that I missed because I didn't reach out, you know, or like, thanks so much. I'm like, now I'm going to classes 3 times a week. I just got a like membership. And I'm like, oh, frick. So it really is like your job to get in there when you're seeing that they're liking all your stuff. Like they're interested. They are interested. They're just afraid, you know? And I mean, I was afraid. I watched Dana and hated on Dana for a long time secretly for like 9 months. I was afraid. I'm sure you guys can say that you were afraid too to reach out for a long time. So don't miss the window. Sarah's so right about that. Any other questions?
So I think I missed the beginning where you were talking about, so the challenge group that starts on the 23rd. Is that right?
21st.
21st. So that's for Core de Force challenge group.
No, the Core de Force. Okay, so Brandy, we were chatting about this, but the coach group for Core de Force starts on the 7th, and the customer group starts on the 14th for Core de Force, and then the regular challenge group starts on the 21st.
Okay, awesome. That's what I was confused about, but I missed that from the beginning. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Was that helpful? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, if there's no more questions, then I guess we'll wrap it up so we actually get an ending and not just cut off like we normally do. No? All right, cool. Well, thanks for hopping on, you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.